What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to explain to you exactly why I think that Andy on Blast is the easiest 100x meme coin that you can purchase right now. Just look at this picture. Andy on Blast is the mascot of the Blast ecosystem, just like Pepe is on Ethereum, Landwolf is on Avalanche, and Brett is on Base. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe. You're watching this video, so you're a fan, and also make sure to follow me on X because there's a bunch of alpha that I bring there every single day. Drop a like for the algorithm, and let's get going. So you guys already know how big of a meme coin is Pepe on Ethereum, 6 billion in market cap, Brett on Base, 1.5 billion in market cap. But Andy on Base, on the other hand, represents a big untapped opportunity in the market for a variety of reasons. If you guys don't know what the Blast ecosystem is, if you're not familiar with it, I would invite you to do your own research because there's a lot of videos and resources that you can find online now. But long story short, it's one of the most important layer 2s for Ethereum right now. Just like Base is, Blast is another layer 2 sitting on top of Ethereum and making it more infinitely scalable with cheaper gas fees and very fast transactions, just like Base is. However, Blast is not having the same volume that Base has, and it doesn't have the same amount of meme coins that it has. If you think about the value of the Base ecosystem, around I think 60 to 70%, I would have to double check data, are on meme coins right now. But on the other hand, when it comes to Base, data shows that only 0.5% of the value in the Blast ecosystem is allocated to meme coins. And this is why I think that Andy is going to pick up sooner than later. If we also see the total value locked for Base right now, just getting this data from DeFi Llama, it's 1.5 billion when it comes to Base, and the one of Blast is 1.35 billion. So a very similar total value locked. I've seen conflicting data on the internet. This is what I see on DeFi Llama. But what I can see is the total overall meme coin market cap on the Blast ecosystem is nothing compared to the one on Base. And in my opinion, it's just a matter of time before it actually picks up. Before getting started with the Andy discussion, I also want to give you some instruction on how to interact with Blast. So if you go on the Blast white paper and documentation, you can see that you just need to add Blast to MetaMask. So you'll have to add it as a custom network because it's not available for selection. So network name is Blast. You copy and paste the RPC endpoint URL and as well as the chain ID. That is just as simple as that. The currency symbol is Ethereum. So the first step after obviously adding the Blast network to your MetaMask would be to go on orbiter.finance, and in here you're going to be able to bridge your Ethereum from, let's say, Base, so I type Base here, to Blast. I type Blast, and you're gonna bridge your Ethereum from Base to Blast with very minimal gas fees. So that is just what you need to get started. It's super easy. And then we have a decentralized exchange on Blast, which is called Thruster, Blast Yield First Decentralized Exchange. This is what I personally used to buy some Andy on Blast. So it's just as simple as that. It's actually not that complicated, and people make it way more complicated than what it actually is. So that explains it for the tutorial. I keep it very simple and straightforward, but if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me down in the comments. I'm going to be able to help you figure this out. Okay, so Andy on Blast. Let's get to the website. If you guys don't know who Andy is, one of the 4 characters of Matt Fury's Boys Club. I think that Andy is the stoner of the 4, but don't call me on that. So the website looks pretty clean. I mean, quite straightforward. The contract address is there, explains how to buy, but I pretty much already said that. Of course, how to buy the project itself, after you're all set up and everything, you're gonna have to copy and paste the contract address. So you go on Deck Screener, make sure that you're on the right page. The correct contract address is the one that ends with F8. You copy and paste this on Thruster, and you're gonna be able to exchange this from swapping some Ethereum. So it's just pretty straightforward. The website is pretty cool. 100 million tokens, LP logs, 0% taxes, token renounce. There's also a bunch of other stuff in this page. There's a lot of memes that you can see the original and the Andy on Blast version. Pretty cool. I like it. And to put another few words to the Blast ecosystem, because I think that it's very much needed, there's a lot of airdrops that are coming in that are gonna increase the total value locked and the overall value of the ecosystem, because there's gonna be much more tokens being distributed. And although it's quite bearish for the foreseeable, because a lot of people, given the airdrop, they're gonna dump it and they're gonna cause the price to crash, I still think that is is very good for the overall length and duration of the ecosystem. If you see the data of the growth of Blast, it's pretty much second to none, and you can see that it's been the fastest growing ecosystem in the first 100 days compared to any other chain. It's been faster than even other layer 2s for Ethereum like Base and Arbitrum. It's the 6th largest on-chain economy globally by depth, total value locked, and decentralized exchange volume. It's pretty huge. It has the most native dApps number than any other EVM chain, including Base, Arbitrum, and Optimism. The community is really fast growing and seems very promising. And because of all of these things and all the events that we're going to see for the Blast ecosystem, I think it's going to be quite huge. It's already huge, but it's not mainstream yet. The normies don't even know what Blast is. They don't even know that you can add the network to the MetaMask. So consider yourself very early on this. And it also accounts for almost 1 million followers on X, which is pretty big if you ask me. If we just look at the DEX screener, it's actually looking like a very good entry. And by the way, I've started making an entry at this level, so you're getting an entry as close to where I got in, but of course don't get anything of this as financial advice. It's just my own opinion. I'm not telling you to buy or to not buy. I'm just giving you some facts, and I'm just telling you why I like this project and why I bought it myself. Right now, 22 million in market cap. It's absolutely ridiculously low. If you think that Pepe is on the 5 to 6 billions in market cap, Brett is 1.5 billion, and those are the mascots of Ethereum and Base. If Andy actually picks up and becomes like it should already be the mascot of the Blast ecosystem, I do expect very crazy numbers to pull off. The volume is very low right now, and that really signals that people are not in this ecosystem yet. You want to get in before people get into this project, before people get into Blast, and before all the normies start talking about it, and before it even gets to centralized exchanges, because right now you can only buy this on Thruster, okay? You can only buy it on decentralized exchanges for Blast. You can't buy it on Coinbase, on Binance, or even Bybit or KuCoin, or all these centralized exchanges. So if by buying before all these events take place and buying before the masses, you're going to be able to get a big multiplier. And this is why I think that 100x for NT is almost guaranteed. There's nothing certain and guaranteed in crypto, but this is as easy as it gets for me to actually foresee a fantastic and significant growth for the entire Blast ecosystem, and for Andy on Blast being the biggest meme coin of the ecosystem. At 22 million in market cap, would have to be a 2 billion project for a 100x, which for me is nothing out of the equation. If you think that Pepe is going to go to tens of billions, I don't think it's out of the ordinary to believe that Andy is going to go at least to 1 billion and make it a 50x and perhaps a few billions, which will make it 100x plus if you're buying from these very levels. And you can't even say that it pumped yet, because it really hasn't. It pumped, but then it had big corrections, and with the altcoin market being particularly trash these last few days, well, it just seems quite straightforward to me that this is a fantastic buying opportunity. The social media page is very active, the community seems super active, and it's actually starting to get listed on other exchanges. For instance, just a couple of days ago, it got listed on CoinX, which is a very minor centralized exchange, but it's a very good first step, to say the least. There's also a comic book series that is ongoing, and you're going to be able to check on the website. So very different things to get the community involved. And yeah, I just really love what they're doing right here. That's pretty much it for my thoughts on Andy on Blast. Let me know down in the comments if you're buying this. What are your thoughts on this growing ecosystem? I want to hear from you, and I want to hear your opinion. And if you want to connect with me any further and join the best community in cryptosphere right now, we're doing daily swing trades when it comes to Memecoins, and all of my other trading signals and a variety of other benefits, all on my website as part of your membership. And you're even going to get my 3-in-1 course bundle if you purchase a lifetime membership, which is right now at the discounted price of $2,000. And you can pay both in fiat and crypto, so it doesn't get any simpler than that. You might have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create generational wealth with crypto this upcoming altcoin season and this current Memecoin super cycle, so you don't want to mess it up. I hope to see you there and help you out with your crypto investing journey. And until then, take care for now.